Can I start a good business with as low as 100,000 naira? The answer is yes. Yes, you can start a business with as low as 100,000 naira and make some good cash. Now, 100,000 naira is not even low to start a business. Now, if you have that money and you're looking for the particular business that you want to do, you want ideas on the particular business that you can do that will give profits, I am here for you. You're in luck today because in today's video, I am going to be showing you 10. Yes, I'm going to be showing you 10 businesses that you can start with 100k. Now, 10 businesses that you can start with 100k. Some of these businesses are businesses that I have done before, and this business I'm introducing to you are going to work. So, let's get into the 10 businesses that you can start with as low as 100,000 naira. Now, the first business on our list is night food business. Yes, you heard me right. Night food business. What you basically do in this particular business is that you sell food, but you only sell food at night. You don't sell in the daytime. And this is how you can do this business and make a lot of money. Just look for a junction. Now, just look for a junction that you know that this junction has a lot of traffic. And when you look for that junction, go to meet any store owner in that junction. Remember that stores, most people they close by their stores by 5 or 6 o'clock or latest 7 o'clock, but most people they usually close their store maybe 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Now meet any store owner in that junction and tell the person you just want to make use of the front of his or her store to sell at night. You're not disturbing the person's business, you're not disturbing daytime, you only sell at night, and you just tell the person this is what I want to do. I want to sell food. I'm not selling what you're selling, and I want to sell at the front of your store at night. They are going to charge you because most persons will not agree for you to use the front of their store for business for free. They are going to charge you, and the money they are going to charge you will not be much. I know somebody doing this particular business and she's making a lot of money from it. All she just does is to she rests during the daytime and then at night she cooks food and she take it to the junction and a lot of people buy. Now you can even do this business. This business will even be more profitable if you do it in a school area. Now I attended Delta State University and there are a lot of persons that do this particular type of business. If you are watching this video and you are actually in Abraka, you're actually in Delta State University, the particular school I graduated from, just go to a junction. There's a junction called NUT. You need to see the kind of crowd there that are buying night food. This woman don't come daytime. All she does is to come at night and she cook and come at night and she sells. So you can actually start that particular business and you can start it with as low as 100,000 naira to start the business. All you just need to do is you get your pots that you use, you get the plates or the takeaway that you use to serve. You can start with only selling rice and then maybe as time goes on you start selling other things like swallow. Now you get your umbrella, you get the table. Then for umbrella, you can go online. You don't need to buy a new umbrella. You can go online or you go on Facebook and type used umbrella. You see a lot of used umbrella for sale at a reduced price. Now you can still go online and type used table in marketplace and you see a lot of used table. Apart from that, every state or yeah, every state, even your school, any school you are attending have might have Facebook page that they sell fairly used items. So you can go on it and you check and then check for used umbrella, used table, and that table you can just simply use it to place your stuff on top to sell. And then the umbrella is for rain. Let's say you are selling and there's rain, you can use it to cover your goods for the main time. So this business is actually very lucrative because you know that food business, anyone that does food business, you know now nobody needs to tell you food business is actually very lucrative. But just the only problem is that a lot of persons when they hear food business they just think that they have to invest a lot of money or use a lot of money to start based on the fact that they're thinking about setting up a restaurant or setting up a big booker. But you don't need to do that. All you just need is a table and an umbrella. And then when they come to buy, they don't need to sit down there to eat. They just need to buy their food and take it home and go and eat. Then maybe as time goes on, you can decide to now add tables and chairs to it. The most important thing is that you are using the space at night, you have the daytime to yourself, and they don't need to sit down and you won't pay a lot of money for store rent. All you just need to do is to pay a token to the owner of the store or the person that sells in the store so that they can allow you to use their storefront at night. Number two on our list is dry cleaning business. Now, for a dry cleaning business, you don't really need to start with having a washing machine for your dry cleaning business. All you basically need for the first time is your hand to wash your clothes or to wash the clothes, soap and water. Now, that is what you basically need to start a dry cleaning business. You don't need to buy a washing machine and sorry, you don't need to buy a washing machine at first. Maybe as time goes on, you can later get a washing machine. Now, sorry about that. Now, as time goes on, you can basically get a washing machine. Now, if you want to go into this dry cleaning business and you're a student, you can move from room to room and tell people that you can help them to wash and iron their clothes and for a little fee, and you're going to get a lot of customers even if you're a student. If you are not a student, let's say you attend a very big church or you know a very big church around you or you know an office around you, you can go to, let's say you attend a big church, you can go to that particular church. Let's say after church closes on Sunday, you meet some certain persons and tell them that you can dry clean clothes, you know how to dry clean clothes, and you can dry clean their clothes as fast as possible, come to their house to do pickup service and then return the clothes to them ironed, and they are going to patronize you because everybody love easy thing, and you are actually making it easy for them by going to their house, picking up the clothes and dry cleaning it and bringing it back to them. And the thing is this, they can even pay you for your delivery. You can add everything to your dry cleaning services. Now, apart from this dry cleaning stuff or under the dry cleaning stuff, you can also do house cleaning services. All you just need to do is to go to houses that you know that these houses they put them for rent, print out something small in an A4 paper. Printing is not actually hard, right? Or is not actually expensive. With 100 naira you have printed that. Print out, let's say 20 copies, and then go to buildings that they are saying ask for rent. You can put it there, you can paste it there that you clean houses, and if somebody rent the house, the person might see it and might contact you for you to help to clean their house. And then for this you can charge between 20,000 naira to 100,000 or even 150, depending on how big the house is, because there are some big houses that you have to charge above 100,000 naira. Let's say somebody call you to clean a mansion, you're not going to clean a mansion for 20,000 naira now. So you can do this particular business, and then all you just need to start your business is your soap and your bucket, your mop, your broom, and everything will not even cost you up to 100,000 naira. Maybe as time goes on, you can then open a shop and buy washing machine and then even employ workers. But if you are just starting out, you can do this and you still make your money. You can also go to offices around and let them know that you are into dry cleaning service, you are offering dry cleaning service, and all they just need to do is when they have clothes that they want to wash, they will call you and then you pick up the clothes, you wash it, you iron it and you return it to them for a simple fee, and they are going to trust you, especially if you are the type of person, let's say you print out a card that you give to them. I think just printing out a card and giving to people will build trust, and then maybe you build your social your online presence very well so that people will know you as a dry cleaner or somebody that does dry cleaning, professional dry cleaning. You are going to get customers. The third business on my list is supplying snacks. Now, I'm not telling you go and do snacks and start hawking on the road. I'm telling you supplying snacks. Now, if you are somebody that knows me very well, I usually love talking about this particular business because it's a business I did and succeeded in it. During my NYC, I used to preach this thing over and over again. I did chinchi and then supplied the chinchi, and I made some money from it. And I'm sure that you too will make money if you decide to go into this particular business. All you need to do is to look for a particular product that you want to supply. It can be chinchi, it can be peanut, it can be buns, it can be egg roll, it can be fish pie. Just look for a particular product that you know that you are very good in doing. You know that you are very good in doing and you are exceptional in it. Look for it and then do it, like bake it or fry it or whatever you do to it. Prepare it and then Package it very well, give it a good packaging. A good packaging in the sense that a supermarket owner will not be ashamed to put it on his or her shelf. Now give it a good packaging and go around your environment, go around supermarket in your environment and tell them or let them know that you have these particular things for sale, and this is the amount you sell it wholesale price, and this is the amount that is the retail price. Now let's say you go to like 50 supermarkets. Yes, some will reject you, some reject, because I have to talk about rejections. During my time, I didn't just get everybody to accept me. Some people are going to reject you. But let's say you go to meet 50 persons. Out of those 50 persons, maybe 20 reject you, 30 will accept you, and that is something, right? Now you just keep supplying to them. At the end of the day, you are making money, they are also making money. And it's actually very easy for you to do this supplying business than to be hawking your chinchi. Because when you do supplying business, let's say a supermarket want to patronize you, they might decide to buy 20 pieces, 50 pieces, 100 pieces, depending on how the demand is for it. That's why I said make sure you do something that is very sweet. If you do something that is sweet, something that you are good at, you are sure that a lot of person will start demanding your product. And when they start demanding your product, the supermarket in turn will start demanding you to supply more, and that's more money for you. Now, so do something you know that you are good at. You are good at. Now, if you are not actually good at baking, you can decide to go and learn how to bake from somebody that is good. You can decide to learn how to bake. There are a lot of baking classes that you can go for, both online and offline. Then apart from that, you can learn on YouTube. Yes, you can learn on YouTube. Now my mom was actually a baker. My mom actually bakes. But the time that she used to bake, the time she was an active baker, I was actually very small. So I won't even say that I learned from her. What I did when I wanted to venture into this business, I ventured into the business with my friend though. What I did when I wanted to venture into this business was this. I actually went on YouTube and made research. I went on YouTube, made research, watched a lot of video, then asked my mom some questions. Okay, so if you are not good at it, if you are not good at baking or baking anything, you can go online, you can make research, go to YouTube, go to class, look for somebody that knows how to bake and ask this person question. And trust me, this thing is going to cost you less than 100,000 naira to set up. So let's get to the next one. Now, the fourth business that you can start with 100,000 naira is Mishai business, Indomie store business. Now, a lot of persons know this particular business, but what they don't know is that this particular business is actually very profitable, and you can start it with 100,000 naira or even less. Now, you don't need to start renting a big store to start your Mishai business. Just like I said in the first video where I talked about night food, where I talked about going to meet somebody and tell the person that, oh, I want to be using your store at night, the front of your store at night. You can also do that. If you notice, most Mishai persons, they come out at night. Yes, they come out at night. So you don't even see Mishai people afternoon, because most times those Mishai stuff like bread and egg, Indomie, they are actually night food. They are actually food that people prefer eating at night. Okay, so you can just plan that, okay, you go and meet any store owner in a busy place that you know that even at night that particular place is busy, and it will even be a bonus for you if you do this particular thing in a student environment. Now you go and meet the store owner, you tell them you want to sell this particular thing in front of their store at night. You pay a fee to them and they agree. The next thing you do, you get somebody to carve a table for you. The table doesn't need to be fancy. Carve a table for you, or you go to Facebook Marketplace, or you get a used table that is not fancy. You can get used table that is not fancy for 5,000 naira, 7,000 naira, and at the end of the day, you have achieved that particular part of table. You do that same method to get your umbrella, and then you get your pots. You really don't start need to start going to buy big pots for this, or going to buy extra pots for this. All you just need to do is to have your small pot. Most persons will have small pot, or any pot you have at home, you can use it to start. You have frying pan, you can use it to start. You have kettle, you can use it to start. Then you get Indomie. Let's say you get Indomie, one Indomie carton for a start, which will not be up to 100,000 naira again. You get one Indomie carton for a start. You go to the market, you get vegetables. Vegetables are actually very cheap. Yes, vegetables are actually very cheap, because with 2,000 naira you can be able to cook a lot of Indomie. Like with 2,000 naira vegetables, you can be able to cook a whole lot of Indomie. All right. for your customer, and then you get your gas. You get your gas, and maybe you get takeaway, or you get some plates and some fork and spoons for people that would love to eat there. And you can add tea to it. Maybe you can be doing tea with your mishai stuff for people that love to eat there, and you get a bench that people can actually sit down and wait for you while you prepare their indomie. This is actually a nice business idea, right? And you can start this business with 100,000 naira or even less. Now, the fifth business that you can actually start with 100,000 naira or less is snail farming business. Now, I went to the market the other day. I wanted to buy snail, and the amount of money they were telling me, I was like, won't I just use this money to buy turkey, or I use this money to buy chicken? Now, snail business is actually a business that is actually very lucrative. I really don't know why snails are expensive, but this business, if you start it, is actually very lucrative. Well, maybe the reason why snails are expensive because it's not just something that you easily see. Many persons, they risk their life going to the they risk their life going to the bush to actually look for snails. And I think that's one of the reasons it's expensive, because apart from that, my dad once read snails, and guess what? He learned online. Yes, he learned how to read snails online. My dad once read snails, and what I noticed was that snails, they lay eggs a lot. So you just see your snails, or yeah, you just see your snails laying egg, and at the end of the day you are getting more snails. And how do you feed them? You can feed them overripe pawpaw. You can feed them overripe pawpaw, raw leaves, like maybe the pawpaw leaves or whatever. And this business is actually very easy to start, because your snails don't need too much taking care of or too much attention, just like maybe you are rearing broilers or day old chicken or goat. Your snails, all you just need to do is put their pawpaw there. Then if you have any treatment that you're supposed to give them, like something like calcium, you look for a way to incorporate it into their food. And at the end of the day, you are doing a snail business and you are getting profit. And a lot of restaurants, when they want to buy snacks, they'll buy in bulk. So one person can just be your customer and keep coming to you every time to buy your snacks. You can meet market women that sell snacks in the market and tell them that you rare snacks and you can sell to them. And this business, you can start it with 100,000 naira or less than 100,000 naira. All you just need to do, just look for any condemned, very big condemned bucket, or you can decide to use block. Yes, let's say you have block in your house that you don't really need for the main time, that's cement block. You can decide to use it to just create a low four corner space. Yes, a low four corner space. Then you get a net. You get a net, all these iron mesh net. So you cover the top so that your snails does not escape. Then you buy few snails and you start rearing from there. Then you can decide to start looking for, let's say you make plans with somebody that sell fruit. If any of your fruit you want to throw it away, let's say you were not able to sell, you want to throw it away, you can give it to me. I know it sounds somehow, but there are lots of people that maybe they are not able to sell their pawpaw, is too overripe or all that, they will give it to you. Sixth business that you can start with as little as 100K or even below 100K is POS business. Yes, I know POS business is all over the place. A lot of persons are doing POS business, but that doesn't mean that the business is no longer lucrative. POS business is still lucrative. All you just need to do is to look for a place with lower competition, and then a place with very good influx of people, that people go in and come in. Let's say, for example, you go to the gate of a school. The gate of a school, people are going to patronize you. Now, all you just need to do is to get an umbrella, pay for a space, get an umbrella, get a chair that you can actually sit down, and then you start your POS business. Then to get your POS, OPay can give you POS, Flutterwave can give you POS. A whole lot of apps out there can give you POS. Even First Bank give POS, PalmPay give you POS. So it's actually easy to get, and POS is actually cheap. You can get POS for between 10,000 naira to 60,000 naira. That's the range that you can get POS. And then the other things you need, you get. And then the money that you need to start, you can start with as low as 30,000 naira. Yes, you can start with as low as 30,000 naira to start a POS business. You don't need 100,000 naira, 2 million naira to start a POS business. And as you are starting, you are looking for a way to withdraw and then make and so you're looking for a way to withdraw so that when more customers are coming, you can actually give them their money. Now, if you don't want to pay for a space, you can actually do this. If you don't want to pay for a space, you can go to the market and then you just be carrying your POS and shouting POS in the market, and a lot of persons will patronize you. I've seen a lot of these things, or I've seen a lot of people do this particular thing. You might think that they are not rich or they don't have money. They have money. They have money. If you ask question and any POS person wants to be sincere with you, they will tell you that as a POS business person, you can make between 5,000 naira to 30,000 naira daily. Yes, and calculate that particular amount of money times 30 days, which is a month. You know how much these persons are making. POS is not a small business, but it's a business that you can start with 100,000 naira or below. Now, the seventh business that you can start with 100,000 naira or below is a perfume business. Now, a lot of persons don't know this, but this particular business is actually very lucrative. Now, you can sell different type of perfume. You can sell oil perfume. Now, you can also even do a perfume business and make collaborations with people that do POS. And I think you must have seen where some POS persons will arrange some oil perfume in their table. Now you can do a collaboration with POS people and tell them, okay, help me to sell this, and you get commission for each sales you make. So perfume business is actually very lucrative. Now, if I even want to advise you, if you want to do a perfume business and you want to pitch your sales to people, you want to let people know that you are into a perfume business, you want to go and meet them and tell them to patronize you, please smell good. You cannot be selling perfume and not smell good. Now imagine this, a person comes to meet you and say that he's selling perfume or she's selling perfume, and the person smells so good, like you would love to buy from that person. You will even ask the person, what is the particular perfume you use? What's the particular perfume you use? I want to use this perfume. I want to buy this perfume. So if you're a perfume person, if you're a person that wants to sell perfume, if you're interested in this particular business, make sure as you are doing this particular business, make sure you smell good. When you smell good, you'll be like a billboard, you be like an advertisement for your business, because anybody you go and meet and you pitch your sales, you tell them to buy from you, just because you smell good, it will motivate them to actually buy what you are selling. And remember, you can start this business with 100,000 naira or even below. Perfume, the oil bottles, you can get them for like 300, 400, 500 for wholesale price, and then you resell. And when you are reselling, you can sell them for 700 naira, 1,000 naira, etc. Now, the eighth business that you can start with as low as 100,000 naira is a daycare business. Now, this business is actually very lucrative, but a lot of persons don't know. Now, this daycare business, you can actually start it using your sitting room. Yes, you can start it in your house. All you just need to do is, you already have a phone, right? You already have a phone in your house. You just bring the phone to your parlor, and that's where the children are going to sleep. The kids that they are going to bring for you to take care of them, that's where they are going to sleep. Then you get songs, you get children's songs like Baby Shark, those Coco Melon stuff. You get it to keep the children company. You get toys to keep the children company, and of course, you get the necessary license that is needed to operate a daycare. And you go out there, you talk to mothers that you operate a daycare. In your church, you talk to people, you let them know that you operate a daycare. Now, this will actually be bonus to you if you're in an environment that has a company. If you're in an environment that has a company, it's a bonus to you, because I've worked with a company before and I noticed that most women in the company, they love taking their children to daycare that are close, so that during lunchtime, during break time, they can easily go and see their children. So if you are in an area that has lot of companies, or have a company and you know that this company have a lot of mothers, you can decide to set up a daycare, and then in your house, and then you go to meet them, you go to the company and you go and talk to the mothers that you have a daycare, that they can drop their kids and then they can come and see their kids, they can have access to their kids. And you can even tell them you can install a cheap CCTV camera that everybody will see how you take care of their kids, so that they will be rest assured that you are giving their kids the best service ever, the best daycare ever. So, and you can start this business with as little as what, 100,000 naira or even below, because you're not paying for rent. You don't need to buy a phone. What you just need to do is maybe to buy toys for the children and get the necessary license you need to operate a daycare business. Now, the night business that you can actually start with 100,000 naira or below 100,000 naira is wigging or wig revamp business. Now, this business is actually very lucrative, and if you are a student, this business is going to favor you. If you are staying around a school environment, this business is going to favor you because a lot of persons, they don't know how to wig. When they buy wig, they are going to come and give it to you. And students, they buy a lot of wigs. Now, wig revamping, that's washing of wigs, styling of the wigs and all that. A lot of persons don't know how to do this particular thing. Now you can do it for them and get a fee and get paid. Now, if you want to revamp wig, if you have ever revamped a wig, you notice that the least price that you can see to revamp a wig is actually 5,000 naira. But if you go on YouTube and check, you notice that to revamp a wig is actually very very easy. Most times it's the styling that is hard, but to wash your wig is actually very very easy to do, and they charge you 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 8,000 naira to do this revamping for you, to do this washing and styling for you. And if you're looking for a business that you can start with 100,000 naira and below, now you can decide to invest, take some money out of that 100,000 naira, use it to invest in yourself by going to pay somebody that's already into wig revamping and wigging to teach you how you can do it. And then when you learn, you can decide to add some knowledge from YouTube to it, and then you start your business of helping people to do their wig and revamp. You can actually make collaboration with hair sellers, and this is how the collaboration works. When a customer buys hair from the hair seller, a hair that needs to be wigged, the hair seller will direct that customer to you so that you will wig the hair. Now, something like that has happened to me before. I bought hair from someone and I was directed to somebody else to help me to wig it, and it's not free. So you can do that type of collaboration, and you tell the hair seller that for every customer that he is going to direct or she is going to direct to you, you are going to give them a commission. In the same vein, you can also tell them that, okay, since you are also into wigging and you are also revamping, you also be directing your customers to them in case your customers want to buy wig. So it's a give and take thing. They give you, you take, you give them, they take, and that's how the collaboration is going to work. Now, this business, you can start it with as little as 100,000 naira or below, because what you basically need money for is to buy your equipment for revamping and all that, and those equipment will not cost you more than 50,000 naira, and then maybe the other money you invest into yourself by learning the skill of revamping and wigging. Now, the last on our list is makeup artistry. Now, this particular business is actually very lucrative. I did this business in school, and I would say I made some money from it. Now, I made some money from this particular business that I did in school. Now, it won't take you much to learn makeup, maybe between, let's say, 30,000 naira and 50,000 naira. You can learn makeup, and then you balance it up by learning some extra things from YouTube. And when you do that, let's say you are a student, let's assume you are a student, you can, during times like matric, convocation, graduation, you can go around and tell people that you are into this particular thing and you can do their makeup for them at a reduced cost, and you are giving discount. People love discount. You are giving discount and you are going to do this for them at a reduced cost. Now, I will give you a practical example of how I made money during matric in school. I think either I was in 400 level, I think I was in 400 level. How I made money during my matric. Now then, I newly learnt makeup. I newly learnt how to do makeup, and I didn't really have enough equipment. And matric was coming for 100 level students. So this is what I did. I went to look for somebody that I know that is into makeup. I went to look for her, and I told her that, okay, I've gone around, because truly I went around. I went to most 100 levels room. I was knocking from room to room to tell them, because in my school hostel 100 level are mainly in the ground floor. So I went from room to room and told them that on their matric day I'm going to be offering makeup services, and this is where I'm going to stay on their matric money, so they can come and meet me in that place, and I'm going to offer makeup service to them. So I told the other makeup artists that I went to meet, I told her that this is what I told the people, and I'm sure that I'm going to get a lot of customers. And if you allow me use some of your things that I don't have, few of your things I don't, because I had some things, I didn't just have the complete things. If you allow me use, I'm going to give you some part of the money. I'm going to give you commission for from it. And she agreed. That particular day, the both of us were in the same place because she needed to also be there so that she can get customers too, and also of course use her own stuff. So the both of us were in the same place and people came. I did makeup for a lot of persons. She also did makeup for a lot of persons. And at the end of the day, she was kind enough to tell me that okay, don't pay me again. Don't give me part of your commission again. You can take it. And that's how I made money during matric. In my 300 level during matric celebration. Now there's graduation, there's conversion. Matric comes once in a while though. As a student, if you learn this makeup artistry, you can learn for, like I said, from 30K to 50,000 naira for a month, and then you balance it up with YouTube. You buy some few items that you will need, some basic items that you need, and at the end of the day, you have started a makeup artistry business and you are going to make a lot of money from it. You tell your church members that you are into makeup artistry, you set up your social media pages, and then you can start using models. So if you don't have customers yet that you can post, you can start using models. I know your friends or your family, people around you will suggest or will volunteer their face for you to use. You can start using models, use your products on them, you snap them, then you use, let's say, app like, let's say, Facetune app to edit it, and then you post it on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all that. And at the end of the day, you might make a lot of money if you get customers. So these are the 10 businesses that you can start with 100,000 naira or below 100,000 naira. If you enjoy watching this video, make sure you give it a like and then subscribe to my YouTube channel and then turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop a new video, you will be notified. So bye for now. See you next time.